Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we're going to be doing some purple glitzy, a bit more out there kind of nails. I wanted to do something a little bit more fun and use a few different nail art items. So I've sculpted out some thin clear bases. Now they're not the best, as I've said previously. I'm practicing sculpting and I haven't really sculpted too many long stiletto nails, but it's all practice. And then I've just give them a little bit of a file over and refined the shape a little bit, and now I'm coming in with my design. So I'm using a CJP Fantasy at the cuticle area, and I did pick this bead up a little bit too dry, that's why it didn't blend out the way I wanted it to. So I've just come in with some more acrylic and I'm just placing that down and fading it down towards the free edge. Just making sure to try and keep the side walls as neat as possible, and then I'm just coming in with a little bit more just to build up the coverage where that join was between the drier bead and the more medium consistency bead. As you can see as well, I'm working on the Glamerliz practice hand. I absolutely love this silicone hand for practicing, and if you've watched my previous videos you will know I have got a discount code, but for anyone that is new here I will leave the discount code in the description box if you're thinking of buying a silicone hand. This one is the best out of all of the ones that I've tried. So then at the free edge I'm coming in with this beautiful purple mix. This is called Naughty or Nice, and it's from the Glitter Nail Angel, and it's a really nice mix because it's got a few other colours in there rather than just the purple, but they don't overpower the purple. It just reflects really nicely in the light. So I'm just going to place that down at the free edge and blend it back up towards the cuticle. I'm just going for a simple glitter fade at this point. Just patting that out and trying to keep everything as nice and as thin as possible, making sure it really goes out and covers those side walls. And then I'm just going to put a thin wash, then I'm coming in with a little bit more glitter, this time with just my wet brush, so no additional acrylic, and I'm just patting that down just to really make sure that the tip is fully covered with glitter. And then I'm going to put down just a thin wash of clear acrylic because I'm going to stick on some angel paper over the top of the glitter mix. So I've just cut out some pieces of this iridescent blue colour angel paper. I really liked the way it reflected to like an orangey colour. So you can't really see it here over the glitter, but once it's encapsulated and top coated, it looks absolutely amazing. And it just makes the purple glitter have that bit of an orange colour shift. You'll see at the end what I mean. Then on the ring finger I'm going to be doing a baby boomer, so I'm coming in with CJP Snow White at the free edge. Place that first bead down and then a slightly larger second bead, and I'm just pulling that over the top of the first bead, and then I'm going to flip my brush into reverse and just blend that back so that there's no harsh line where that white ends. This is quite a bright white. CJP do also do two other white acrylics which are good for baby boomers. I think it's coconut milk and milky pink, but I really wanted a bright white for this one. So although Snow White's slightly trickier to work with, it just was what I wanted for this particular set. I'm keeping that nice and thin, so if I do need to come in with any more to perfect the blend, I can. And then I'm going to leave that to set because whenever I'm doing an ombre, I like to leave the first colour to set. So I'm just going to move on to the next nail whilst that's drying. So I have also switched to a smaller brush because I'm going to do a marble here. And I just find lately I prefer marbles with a smaller brush rather than the size 12. So this is a size 8. So I've picked up Elderberry and Apple Shine from CJP, placed them down on the cuticle area and just blended them down, and then I'm coming in with Apple Shine, Elderberry and Fantasy, working quite wet, and I'm just marbling those colours together. I did work a little bit too thick here. I just picked up two large beads basically, but it was okay. So I'm coming in with Apple Shine again and Fantasy just to finish up that corner a little bit more. And I'm just sort of blending this ombre out because I'm not doing, I'm just blending this marble out because I'm not doing a full marble nail. And then I'm coming in with just a tiny bit of that Naughty and Nice mix, just with a small wet bead of acrylic, and just placing that along the marble. And I also come in with a little bit at the cuticle area as well, just to give it that little something extra. Then on the free edge of this now, I'm just applying a thin layer of dip base. You could also use nail glue for this step, but I just find dip base sets a tiny bit slower, so it gives you a little bit of playtime. And then I've cut out a piece of material and I'm just sticking that down into that wet dip base. Now this material is also from the Glitter Nail Angel, and I do have a discount code as well for those guys, which I will pop in the description box below. They've got a wonderful selection of nail art products, all at really reasonable prices, so do check those guys out. So once that's all stuck down, I'm just going to trim off all of the excess, and I'm going to trim it as close to the nail as I can. However, before encapsulating, I do file off any bits that are sticking out a little bit too much, just because you need your clear acrylic to be able to fully encapsulate all the way around it. It's just sometimes hard to get really close to the free edge with the scissors. So I just do as best as I can with the scissors, and later on I will file it. And then I'm just going to come in with a little bit more of that same glitter and apply it along the join where the netting is. Ideally, I didn't need to put that glitter that's down underneath, but I wasn't 100% sure of my plan with this now. I just sort of went with the flow with it. So I'm coming in with a thin bead of acrylic first and then some glitter. I'm just sort of blending out just so that there's not sort of an obvious line where the netting finishes and the marble begins. And then just gently nudging that around until I'm happy with how it's all placed. And then I will leave all that to set. And then onto the pointer finger, I'm coming in with Elderberry at the cuticle area, getting my cuticle area nice and neat, ensuring to keep the finger pointed down so the colour doesn't run back and flood the cuticle area, because this is a very pigmented colour and it will stain. And then I'm just fading that out. I absolutely love this colour. It's one of my favourite CJP colours. I'm just going to come in with a little bit more just to bring that fade slightly further down the nail. And then I'm going to use that Naughty or Nice mix again, picking it up with a bead of crystal glass and just sort of swooshing it across the nail. And I did bring it all the way down to the free edge, and then decided I wanted to go for a bit more of a glass tip effect on this now as well. Because of the previous finger, the netting's quite, you can see through it. So it's got that bit of a glass effect. So I thought I would do similar on this now so it tied together a little bit more. So just using my wet brush, I cleaned away and blended out some of that glitter at the tip. And then I'm just building up the coverage, because I am going to also come in with some more of that angel paper over the top. I just wanted to make sure there was definitely enough glitter underneath so you couldn't see the blend of acrylic. So again, I've just cut out some pieces of angel paper and I'm just placing them down on top of that wet glitter. Ideally, it is a lot easier if on top of the glitter you apply that thin wash or clear acrylic like I did on the little finger. I just completely forgot to do that step here. I just find the angel paper sticks a lot easier if you do it that way over a glitter. And I'm just nudging it around until I'm happy with how it's placed. Now my white has all set on my baby boomer, I'm going to come in with Fantasy. So the first bead, when I'm doing an ombre, I basically like to try and perfect the fade with this bead first of all. So I place it down, slightly blend out the back of it, and then I'm just focusing on pulling the top of that bead down and creating the fade. And then once I'm happy with the fade, I'm going to come in with my cuticle bead, placing it down at the cuticle area, making sure to get my cuticle area nice and neat before then dragging the top of that bead down over the previous bead. And then I just keep my brush quite wet and blend out the acrylic. So as you can see here, I'm just gently blending over the nail. And then if you do find you've pulled your pink down a little bit too far, you can usually wipe it off with a little bit of monomer, or you could come in with some more white acrylic. So then I went off camera and capped all of the nails. Because this video was quite long and I decided to leave the crystal placement in, I didn't leave any of the encapsulation in, but I think I do have it in one of my previous videos. So I've capped all the nails in crystal glass, filed and buffed them all, give them a good scrub with some CJP prep spray and a nail brush, and then I'm using some jewellery gel to apply some crystals. So these, I think all the crystals I use today are from the Crystal Studio. So these are their champagne horse eyes, and I'm just nudging them around until I'm happy with them. I did have a little bit of a crystal placement idea in mind when I was doing this set, so I was just trying to remember what I was doing. And I have sped this up because it's probably a little bit boring to watch, but I know someone in a previous video did ask if I could leave the crystal placement in. So then these half pearls are also from the Crystal Studio, so I'm just placing them down, and basically all I'm doing is I'm going to use 3 horse eyes, so the 2 champagne ones and an AB one in the centre, and then I'm going to go round with some of the half pearls and a couple of little ABs. So I'll just let you guys watch this bit, or if you can prefer, you can fast forward. And then what I will do before curing this in my LED lamp, I will just use some alcohol on the gel brush just to clean away some of that excess gel that I've used. Because I placed down quite a lot and I've nudged the crystals around, etc. I just want to make sure that then any that might be on the crystals or on the rest of the nail that doesn't need to be there, that I clean that off before I cure it. And then I pop that in to cure for 60 seconds, and that's those crystals set in place. So I'm now going to come in and top coat 3 of the nails with my CJP tack free top gloss. So I'm just coming in and giving them a nice even layer of top coat, and the 2 nails that have the clear tip, I just put a thin layer of top coat underneath those as well. And I just love how that angel paper gives the glitter that beautiful colour shift. So I'm top coating the pointer, the middle and the little finger with a glossy top coat, but I really wanted the ombre nail to be matte. So I'm just going to do all of these nails first of all and then pop them into cure, and then I know that they're done and out of the way, and then I can come in with my matte. Now the little finger, again, lately the little finger on my sets has always been my favourite, and it's usually the most simple, easiest nail, but I absolutely loved how this turned out. Again, I think it was just that angel paper over the glitter really set it off. Just look at the sparkle, I love it. So then I'm going to pop those in to cure for 60 seconds. On to the baby boomer. As I said, I really want to do this now matte. I love the look at the moment of a matte baby boomer and crystals. So I'm coming in with Femme Fatale's Satin Sheets, which is their matte top coat. And this has been my absolute favourite top coat. I haven't tried loads, but this has just been the one that I've liked the most. So first of all, I'm coming in with a small nail art detailer brush, and I'm just going around all of those crystals with that top coat just to really help set them in place. And then I'm just going to come in with the top coat brush and top coat the rest of the nail, and then I will pop this in to cure for 60 seconds as well. And then guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed this set, then please give it a thumbs up and let me know what your favourite nail was in the comments below. Thank you for all of you who do leave likes and comments. It really means the world to me. If you're watching and you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would absolutely love it if you hit subscribe. Thank you all so much for watching, and I shall see you all again in the next one. I have just left a little clip here of what the nails all looked like and a little picture at the end so you could see the full result. Thanks again. Bye bye.